Everyone, welcome back to the Crypt of Horrors with yet another random horror unboxing. So today we've got something very special. People who know me know I play a lot of the game Dead by Daylight, and way back in March they advertised that you could get a Trapper mask. So the Trapper's a character in the game, which you probably already know, and he has a really cool, really unique mask. And so as soon as they announced this official replica mask that you could wear, I was all over it. However, this was supposed to be here at the end of May, and the company that the Dead by Daylight guys hired is not good, let's just say. So it has been delayed literally every month until now. So it's finally here, like November 10th is when we're making this. So let's see how they did. So it's supposed to come with an art print with the Trapper mask on it and like the developer's signatures. So considering how long it took, I mean, the developers are way too lazy for this, but I almost expect that they like signed it like each one personally because it took so long to get here. So hopefully we haven't accidentally. Ugh. This is surprisingly tough tape. Another weird thing about this, like they used a German company called like Game Legends or something like that, so this actually came from Germany, which is part of, I think, why it took so long to get here. So supposedly there were quality issues with like the early batches of these. Oh my god, is that my print? That is my print. Wow, talk about laziness. Holy shit. Well, oof, fucking damn. Well, it's very pretty. On the other hand, there's like a lot of damage here because they literally just like put it like on the bottom of the box. What kind of idiots? Holy shit. I mean, okay, that's a really sexy part. It's kind of hard to be mad actually looking at it, but at the same time, assholes. There's my invoice. So this company is so incompetent and disorganized, I almost expect to get 2 masks in here. We won't be that lucky, but it would be really cool. Oh wow, it's huge. Like, really huge. Jeez. Wow, it's heavy too. Okay, it appears to be molded from. Wow, that is handsome. Jeez. Despite all the bullshit, it looks really good. Although you can tell it's made out of kind of shitty looking cheap foam. So part of the delays was that they kept having quote quality issues with the masks that they were getting. So I'm kind of if this is what the third batch looked like, and you know I can see, you can see like the seam lines where it's not quite. I don't know what kind of detail we get on this. I'm not gonna mess with my lighting anymore because I kind of ruined my last video that way. You can see kind of like the rough edges though of where they like took it out of the mold, or maybe even just cut it out of the mold. It's hard to tell. Oh, that's cute. Wearing this mask may provide you with the following perks, and they're like the Trapper's perks. Oh, that's nice. Slightly soft, slightly flexible, yet sturdy. Lightweight and comfortable to wear. I like my masks kind of hardy. Thank you. Let's see. Well, we're gonna pause for a moment while we get something a little bit more precise to cut this open, because I don't want to just hack at it with my big knife. Whew, and we're back after, it's kind of funny, I thought this would be like a difficult thing to deal with, so I started cutting around the edges, and it turns out this is sealed so crumbly that it literally just pops open. Like, it may have been intentional to make it easy to take in and out, but something tells me that it's just crummy workmanship. Which still kind of works for me though, because like I wanted to be able to like hang it up like on the wall by the hole or whatever the hell it's called. Oh yeah, as it falls right. I think I need to tilt this up a little bit because I'm noticing I'm holding it a little high. Alright, sorry guys. So, well, it's both. It looks really nice, but it's very disappointing because, like, look at how, like, you can't, it doesn't really come across very well, like, on camera, but it's actually very, like, squishy. I mean, like, this feels like something you would get at Party City for, like, $30, and it cost, like, $65. So, honestly, pretty disappointed. Like, it does look really cool, but, like, this is, like, that's, like, garbage, I'm sorry, but it's not good. So, I mean, like, right off the bat, if you were thinking about buying this for yourself, and you're asking, you know, is it worth it? Absolutely not. No way. Like, if you can get it for, like, 20 or 30, maybe even 40, sure. But, like, first impression, you know, this wasn't worth $60, and I'm going to be complaining. Let's see, the inside, it's kind of cool, though. That aside, like, bottom line aside, how it's, I'm not really sure how it was structured in-game. Like, there's, like, this back plate that goes as kind of, like, almost like a helmet assembly to it. And so that's actually held together with, like, elastic ropes, kind of like in the game, which is, that part's cool. I just really hate this material, like, so much. So that's what most of my opinion on this is based on. And see, it's got, like, little pads inside, I guess, like, for your face. There's this huge piece of foam here, so I don't know what the heck that's, it looks like it'll make it hard to wear, to be honest. But, well, let's give it a try. Whew. That is hard to take off with my headset. So I need to get an actual mic that I can just kind of talk into. So, apologies. Oh, okay. It's like kind of cross-twisted. I don't think I can do this with my headset. And we're back. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. Bit of a surprise. It actually slides on fairly well. I guess by virtue of it being... Oh yeah, you can see the rest of my apartment. By virtue of it being, like, so soft. Because, like, the pieces just kind of... whoop! And that's really it. And that big piece of foam that looks so oversized, it actually makes it... It's a pretty snug fit. Like, if this was a harder material, I would be really happy with it, to be honest. I can't get a very good view of what it looks like because of the angle of my monitor, but you guys can see it. So it fits more or less like it does on the Trapper in the game, except I'm not, what is it, like 6'8" or whatever he is, so thankfully it seems designed for a smaller head, which, whoop, too much stuff in the background. Which is, you know, good because, oh, I don't know, it seems like I'm the only short person who likes masks or anything. Like, everything is giant. Like my Trick or Treat Studios Halloween 2 mask, the thing is like a motorcycle helmet. Like, I have like 4 or 5 inches in front of my eyes in that thing. Like, it's just so big. Whereas it is nice that something actually does fit snug, I mean, aside from my usual mask. But, I mean, there's a pretty serious difference, because fiberglass, you know, shitty foam that'll, well, I don't know, I'd almost be afraid to kind of wear this out, because it feels like it would take damage pretty readily. Like, the teeth seem kind of fragile. They actually bend they're pretty squishy. But, hey, you know, ooh, I can see that a bit better now. Oh, that is awesome. Well, at least it looks good, like, being worn. I can't see my mouth in my monitor, but, hopefully you can. So, I still kind of stand by my assessment, though. I mean, definitely not worth, like, the 60 or something or so I paid for this. I actually got a little bit lucky. I signed up for their email list, and it was, like, an extra 15% off, so I think the full price of this thing is something like $70 before shipping. Don't pay that. That's insane. I actually know, I know a few people who do customs like this, and I'm kind of wondering, like, if they got a good look at all the angles of this, like, if they could do their own twist on it in something like fiberglass or, like, PETG. Like, that would be really cool. I think probably the biggest issue would be, like, the ties on here. Because, like, these are elastic, and it looks like they're kind of, I don't know if you can see, they're kind of meshed into it. So that's probably where most of the effort in putting this together comes from, is just making that assembly. But, well, that's, I think pretty much all there is for this mask. It is surprisingly comfy. I mean, probably, again, just because of the material. And I can see out of it about as, well, let's take a quick peek here. Oh, yeah, I'm wearing my Annoy People on the Street shirt. Sorry, guys. They're somewhat more political than, there. Maybe I can cut that out. Oh, I won't cut that out. Alright, let's see. Well, the vision in the thing is, my vision in the thing is fairly reduced, because the eye holes are pretty small, and I think it's also part of, like, that big film piece. Like, if I push it in, no, it doesn't really improve things. But, you know, if you're not doing a whole lot in it, like, if you're just, like, wearing it somewhere, I think it's probably fine. But if you're trying to do anything kind of strenuous, you know, like, if you're, like, LARPing or something like that, you know, don't let it take a hit, because it feels like it would. I mean, the foam is got some kind of squishiness to it, like, but it feels like it would, this feels like something that would break if I put it under too much stress, like, pretty quickly. Almost as badly as, like, one of the NECA masks, which, you know, I dropped one, like, 6 inches and it cracked. So, you know, maybe be careful taking it out of the house if you decide to pick one up for whatever reason. But, yeah, so that's the official Dead by Daylight Trapper mask, and, yeah, so we'll be back next time with, even more horror ridiculousness and bad financial decisions. I'm mostly kidding. It is just so nice to see it, like, after all this time. So my expectations were pretty low because of all the delays and, like, how the company kept screwing up. Yeah, so, well, that's it for this one. I'll be back fairly soon with some more content, and like, share, and subscribe. Thanks.